Welcome back, everyone, to another Coach Bucket video. I'm actually streaming right now. Remember, 12 p.m. Central every single day. That's all I'm trying to say. We're going to be looking at a game here. So, there was someone in my chat, and they wanted to... They've been playing a lot of games, and they stopped one-tricking, and they weren't winning. So, you know, I already automatically assumed it was because of the champion. But, you know, some champs do help you climb faster just because of the nature of that champion. But we want to see what's going on. We want to see how we can win games with other champs, because it gets boring playing the same champ over and over and over again. They told me to pick any random game. I picked this one, though, because this one had a lot of fighting in it. Like, a lot. Alright, so Raccoon, we're going against the Fizz here. You have Teleport. That's something that I always do. When I play mid, I always take Teleport. You can take whatever you want, Exhaust, Ignite. But I always take Teleport, too. Into Fizz, he has Exhaust, so you have to be careful on trying to all-in that champion. The jungler is Lee Sin, our jungler Zac. Sets top versus Morgana. And then their bot is Silver, Brand, into Kog'Maw, and Sona. Let me turn this down. I didn't realize it was that loud. Okay. Actually, what I'll do is I will turn it down, or I'll just turn the music off. I feel like that'd probably be better, just for learning purposes, even though I am streaming. Okay. That was actually really solid. I like that. So you use your Q to not only harass, but you also use your Q to CS. Like, that's smart. That's 101. Unfortunately, you missed out on both those CS. But time it better. Do that every single time. If it's a melee, that's good. If you would have got all three of them, that would have been an A1. Congratulations. Very beautiful. Well played. But you didn't. You kind of misinterpreted your damage there, and you didn't get it. But that's what you're supposed to do. So I like that. Very good trade. So essentially, since you have first strike, you want to just kind of play off the first strike. Whenever it's on cooldown, you know, try not to really do much if you can. You get the most out of your... Holy crap, this camera. You get the most out of your first strike. You hit your level 2, instantly go on him. Perfect. So what I would have liked to see you do is I would have liked to see you wait to hit level 2. Because you know when you're going to hit level 2. Look, you're going to hit 2, not after that one. You're going to hit 2 after a melee. Right? So what you could do is you could just wait a little bit longer before you hit it. You actually would have gotten the CS too. But essentially what you're doing is you're allowing your first strike to come off cooldown. So let your first strike come off of cooldown if you know you're going to hit level 2 first, and then go in. You get a lot more damage in your first strike actually procs. Oh, it actually did proc there. That's good. That's good. You didn't time it. I thought it didn't proc, but you didn't time it. But like, that's what you want to do. So if you notice it, time it to go in at level 2. That was good though. That's exactly what, like, look how much damage you did until you know, tank the tower. We don't talk about that, but that's good. I like that. Okay. So we're really heavily shoved up. We know that Lee Sin is going to probably be topside if he studded red, so you got to watch your back. A good little tip I always tell people to do is stand towards the bottom, since you already know where they are. It looks like he's already fighting this guy. So is he invading level 2? What is happening? Yo, they're hype. Iron's hype, bros. Okay, he's forced to flash. Go get that kill. It's yours. Awareness? Awareness on 10? Dude, you don't even deserve to be an iron, bro. Okay, you missed. Never mind. Oh, wait. Dude, every time you do something good, you mess it up. Every single time. I hit my Q on the minions, but you don't get the CS. Dude, I'm gonna rotate, but you don't hit the Q. Oof. Oh, damn, you got killed. Only because it was exhausted. But, so that though was a really good rotation. Like, that's something that you should have done. You played that really well. Unfortunately, you missed your Q, but that's the type of stuff you want to do. Now, something you want to keep in mind, though, is do we win the 2v2? So if, in this instance, this is what we call lane priority. In this instance, when Lee Sin shows up, there's really no way Fizz should be able to get from here to there and make it a 2v2. There's no way. There's no way. Why? Because he's under the tower. So you don't have a 2v2. You have a 1v2. But in circumstances where you do have a 2v2, you have to think, do we win the 2v2? So let's just say you have a, who's a weak jungler? Talia. You have a Talia, right? And let's just say they have Lee Sin and Fizz. You don't actually win that 2v2 ever. But you're about to enter a 2v2 because your jungler wants crab or they're getting attacked or something. At that point, you need to ping them back and say, you know, and just ping them back. Don't type to them, but, you know, just ping them back. You can't do anything. If you put yourself in those situations, you're going to lose more often than not. Again, I'm not the type of person to be like, well, it's iron, so you can do this. It doesn't matter to do this. You need to learn how to play the game properly, not play a certain way because it's iron. So, like I said, this is a 1v2, but if it was a 2v2, you guys don't actually win that 2v2. They would still win that one. So you have to be careful. There's no way he could follow up because you shoved him under tower, which is very, very good. And you rotated to try to help. Honestly, Zach should have just kept fighting with you because he has passive. If he dies, he comes back as blobs. I mean, you just kill Lee Sin. Again, you don't expect that type of play in this elo, unfortunately, but he could have definitely gave you a kill. I mean, they shouldn't even be fighting and invading at level 2. That's some next level stuff right there. It's pro place. You didn't factor in the exhaust, and you got killed. One thing you want to know, and this is something that you learn from just playing the game, especially with the champ you main, is something called kill range. Kill range means that I can do one rotation and I could probably kill you. You are in kill range with Fizz right now. So even if he didn't have exhaust, he would still kill you. The reason why he's technically not in kill range is because he has his Trickster. He has that flip. So, you know, you're going to miss whatever ability you throw at him. But understanding when you're in kill range and when they're in kill range is a huge thing as well. So, like, understand that so you don't die to random stuff like that. Because he didn't outplay you or anything. It was just, I'm in kill range. And even if he didn't go for you, Lee Sin would come up and you would still die. Why? Because you're in kill range. Kill range is massive. Really, really get that one down packed. I don't know if you said anything because my chat kind of messed up. Okay, there we go. So far, we understand to play around our first strike. We understand that we want to rotate. Very good. And we also understand that we need to focus on kill range. Oh yeah, and if we don't win the 2v2, we don't really want to have one in the jungle. So, easy clap. Easy clap. Alright, so we have a little dragon fight coming down. Zach flies away. You could actually probably come clean these up. I would still be looking, for sure. I would still be looking. Like, this is free. This is like free money for you. Go get that. You took a really long time to notice that, but that was 3 kills for you. Oops. So let's see when you could have paid attention. Okay, so you see those pings. You know they're missing. You see your team positioning up in really weird ways. I always tell students, like, when the portraits start clumping, pan your camera. I know you're like, well, I got to get the CS. I want her to finish. It doesn't matter. Team is more important. If you can get some kills, man, this is, what, that's 900 gold in the bank, plus more because they're going to get assists. Why would you want, like, what, 40 gold? You know, look, rotate when you need to. When you shove up, that's called roaming. That's basically using your turn. So this is a very in-depth bot review. But I'm sorry, it wasn't supposed to be this in-depth. But don't let it scare you. But there's something called turns when you're playing mid lane. Usually a turn is when you shove it in. Your turn could be, I'm gonna go ward, I'm gonna go back, I'm gonna go roam, see if I can get anything, I'm gonna go get a plant, whatever it is. That is your turn. You can do whatever you want. But when you don't set it up, let's just say what's happening is happening right now, and you don't set it up, that's roaming. I mean, that's rotating. Rotating means I'm going to help my team because they need help. Every role does this. Every single role. Junglers on Gromp, they need to rotate. ADC straight, they need to rotate. Rotations wins games. Like, no matter what role you are, if you could be aware and rotate like that, like that's 3 kills right there. You'd win the game. 3 kills on an Ekko, that's a wrap. But you decided to mess around with Fizz first, even after you shoved the wave, to then go rotate. So, and you almost end up dying. You're in kill range again. You gotta respect that. Okay, so you got rewarded for doing a very, very bad roam because Fizz then went to go roam, but then you got two waves, and then you got a plate. That's not supposed to happen, but you got rewarded for it. So let's just act like none of that happened. The play stopped when you got low, you had to back, and now you're really, really behind, because that's what would have happened if it was in higher elo than that. Okay, let's keep it moving. Okay, got a little fight going on here. What did we say before, though? Before any of this happens, we don't win the 2v2, right? But you're looking for it. Now, you could say, well, Morgana's there, too. But look, she's out of mana. So, it's a 2v3 at this point because she can't help you anyway. Even if she wanted to, she's out of mana. So now you gotta pay attention to my teammates' resources. You know? And this is why I say Iron's really just kind of about figuring out the game. Figuring out that your teammate has no mana, we can't fight, is something that's very, very simple that people don't usually talk about. But it is something very simple, right? Oh, well, if that guy has no mana, he can't use abilities, and then, you know, therefore, he can't fight with me. Like, it's very, very simple, but no one ever talks about it. But that type of stuff would guarantee you win a lot more fights. A lot more fights. So, we end up dying because, like I said, she couldn't help you even if she wanted to. You're pushing in mid again. You're recalling again. So you're using one of your turns to recall. Okay. Some crazy stuff's happening down bottom. You don't really need to rotate to that. Yeah. Good. Okay, we see Lisa in there. Just kind of hanging around. You help him get crab. Awesome. He comes in, looks for a gank. Didn't really work. Okay, Lee Sin drops Rift. You start rotating. We know Fizz is following you. So you have two options. You just one bang this. Sit in that bush, throw your W. He'll walk right by, one bang him, the fight's over. Or continue to chase this way. What do we notice? What did we notice before this happens? Look who's there. 1, 2. And then Lee Sin makes it 3, yeah? So in hindsight, our bot laner's way back there. Which one's the more successful? Trying to fight this 2v4? 2v3? 2v3? Well, I guess 4 when he shows up, but I'll say it's 2v3. Or just 1v1ing this guy, one banging him, and moving on and making it a for real 2v3. It's way better than just wait for him. Look at him. If you W'd, he's a clap. You already thought about it, but you thought about it after Zach left. Like, you already showed up and they seen you. So he's seen you. But if you already thought about that before you popped up, man, that'd have been a free kill for you. Good shutdown. Oh, Lisa's dead. Easy clap. Good recall. It stopped. Paused. What? Is it back? Are you good? I'm recording it anyway, though. So, if it did stop, it's fine. Okay, we got out of that. It's perma loading. It doesn't have that on my end. That's weird. It says I'm fine. You get the kill, but you end up dying. What even happened? Oh, you just went on to him and he was running. So this is kind of something that... This is something that is very... Something, again, people just don't notice. If I'm trying to run away from you, where would I run? Would I run to my base into tower safety, or would I just randomly run in the jungle? The fact that he's running into the jungle goes to show that someone's over there, because he wouldn't be running that way. He would be running to his tower. Also, he knows he can't kill you. You're 3 levels up. So, he's baiting. And he got away with it. You got to kill, but, you know, again, it could have just been avoided. So now there's just a lot of fights happening. Back to back to back to back to back. I'm glad to see that you keep farming, though. You keep going to lane and you keep getting CS. So that's really, really huge. You're almost at 50 CS on your mid laner. So it goes to show you actually know that you need to farm all game. But you can also farm side lanes. You know, that's okay as well. Nice. You end up dying. We get dragged, though. That was a good fight, because we got dragged. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Zach said, dude, screw my Kog'Maw. Yes! Dude, this Zach is like, bro, I'm coming for that booty. Oh, no. Dude, that Zach is a real one. Dude, forget Dragon. Hey, forget my AD carry, bro. I'm freaking gonna clap some people. Oh my gosh. This guy's real. That guy's actually real. Holy moly. Okay, it was a good play until we didn't get Dragon, unfortunately. So we want to press tab, and we want to see what champions can we just kind of easily one-bang. We can one-bang Fizz. It's going to be kind of hard to one-bang Sivir through Spell Shield, but you can one-bang her. You can also one-bang Ekko. I mean, Brand. Those are the 3 champs we want to focus. So this next fight, I want to see you focus one of those 3. You shouldn't be blowing your entire kit onto anyone else other than those. Good. Now we get Drag. Don't use your W on Dragon unless... Actually, just never use W on Dragon. It's too long of a cooldown, especially during a fight like this. You need to have all your abilities open. You actually can still kill them, even at this HP, if you go back. But that's what I like. That was better. But like I said, don't use your W. Because if you imagine if you had your W at that point in time. Right here. Oops, not right there. I'm sorry. Right there. Imagine you toss your W right now. That's two stuns. It's too long of a cooldown to use it on an objective like that. So be very, very careful. Okay, we got kills. Go ahead and shove. Cool. Recall. Awesome. What we buying? All right. You okay. Damn. I was about to compliment you, and then you just ruined it. Okay. So these 2 items have a unique passive. Oh, they're not even. It's not even considered unique. No. It's definitely considered unique. Does it not say unique anymore? Is that just considered unique? What? Hell no. Hell no, hell no, hell no. Let me check real quick. I'm pretty sure it's considered a unique passive. But it just says... Do they not say unique anymore? Oh, it doesn't say unique in game? I'm guessing anything that's bolded with like a bullet point is considered unique now, but it used to actually say a word unique. I know you're new to the game, so you don't know this, but before it used to say unique. It doesn't say that anymore. But whenever you see a bold word like that, that you know it's revved. It's the bold word is revved and it has like a bullet point. That means unique. And unique passives are things that can't be duplicated if you bought it again. So you have 2 Hex Tech alternators, but that passive can only work with one of them. So essentially you're wasting your gold. And there's no item that builds out of 2 Hex Techs. I know that for a damn fact. So, not only are you wasting the passives, I think it's like, what, 30? Is it, I think it's, is it 1050? Is that how much that thing costs? It's 1050. Okay, so you spent an effective 1050 for that passive. You spent another 1050 for only 25 ability power to 150 health. Now, you might be thinking, well, that's ability power to health. You know, that's pretty good. I can use that. You can. But there's other items that you can buy that just has way more benefit to it. Not only does the unique passive you know, doesn't proc twice, but also you're basically sinking 1050 into another item. So if you want to think of it, it's kind of like, I don't know if you ever play like a tower defense game or, you know, like a mobile game where you upgrade heroes, but it's better to have one really good hero and a couple of other things than it is to have multiple couple of other heroes and no one's really good, right? You want to have something that's kind of beast and then just little other saplings. That's pretty much how it goes when you're building items. Your item is that big piece, that big hero. If you continue to buy little other pieces instead of buying what's needed for that big hero upgrade, you're definitely making it take a lot longer to get to your power spikes, making you weaker in the future. So just kind of keep that in mind. Yeah, I thought it would affect both. Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't. Those are considered unique passives. It doesn't say it, but you can see like some items have that that bold bullet point thing. That's what it is. You're just now learning that? What are you talking about, dude? That's what iron is. Like I said, iron is a place. If you're iron, it's mostly because there's a lot of things about the game you don't understand yet. And like I said, they're a new player anyway, so that's why. But that's usually what happens. It's never really about your skill. It's just about, like, there's just things that you just don't know yet. When you're bronze, it's about your skill. When you're silver, it's about your skill. Obviously, gold, etc., etc. But when it's iron, it's not really like that. It's just, there's some stuff you don't know about the game. Okay. Alright, you need to recall. You have way too much gold. I don't know how much gold you got, but I just know you do. So you have 1250. There's just a lot of kind of standing around doing nothing. You need to make sure that you're strong enough for every single fight. So think of it kind of out this way. You want to make sure that you buy before each fight. If you can telegraph a fight, try to buy before the fight. Dragon's coming up in 30 seconds. Try to recall to get to Dragon with your bought items. In this particular instance here, we already fought over, what was it? Right now, right now we know they're recalling because they just got Baron. We already fought a little bit earlier than that. So we need to recall too, so that way we can match their item advantage. So you just gotta back a little bit more. Even now, I don't really back off of particular items. Like, I'm not like, oh, I have this much gold, I need to back for this item. I have more of a back timer than an item timer when I back. I guess some students that I coach do have an item timer where they're like, okay, I got this much gold. I lied. When you're laning, you do back for your item at that particular number. I'm thinking of jungle. In jungle, you're not usually like, hey, I got this, let me back, just because, you know, there's too much to do on the map. But if you're a laner, you can. Hey, you just made a mistake and got killed. It happens. Nothing really to say there. Oh, that's huge. Actually huge. You can keep pushing. You can keep pushing. You don't have to rotate. Look, Lee Sin's dead, Sivir's dead. Your team is already S3. Those three can't beat these three. You can just keep pushing. Keep getting towers. If you're not needed, don't go. Let's see what you do, though. Nothing. What the fuck? They actually fought you? Wait, you guys actually lost? Well, let me bring you to the next rule of solo queue. You don't ever want a team fight, because shit like that happens. The best thing you could do is try not to team fight if you don't have to. If you would have split bot, they would have had to split their pressure to stop you. Fizz was just down there. You guys could have just killed the Fizz real quick, continue to take tower. At that point, you don't have any cluster stuff like that. Y'all shouldn't have lost. I'm kind of no, I'm not. I'm pretty sure Brand is why you guys lost that fight. That chance busted. Okay. Back into the game. Get those side waves. Yep, there you go. Okay, I see you with the TP. Okay, what did we just say, though? The champs that we can one-bang is who we want to target, right? We don't focus set here. The champs we can one-bang, we know Sivir's right there. And she's all alone. She's right there. Right. Yep. See? She's all alone. She's right there. And we see Fizz is right there. I know you're trying to go on that set to try to get him off the team. But look, even if you go for the Fizz right there, one banked. Go for the Sivir right there, one banked. And then you focus the set. You're putting all your priorities into a champion that you can't one-shot. And you're playing an assassin. Your job is to one-shot. So basically, you're ineffective. So always go for the champs that you can one-bang first. Unless you're about to die. But with Ekko, you have an R button. So we'll go one-bang real quick, ult out. Always go for the squishies. Always. Whenever you're playing, press tab. Before each fight, try to press tab. Be like, who's squishy enough? Who can I one-bang? And that's who you focus. Every single time. Every single time. Okay, Dragon's coming up. We should be bottom, not top. Luckily, your team has got it, but again, the ADC shouldn't even be top. They should be on Dragon as well. Try to fight for the objectives, especially if you're the only fed one. You need to be at every single objective. Every single one. Okay? Good, good, good. Go ahead and push mid. I don't think you're needed. Yeah, you weren't. Oh, you could have probably went bottom, too. I didn't see this. You're still pushing. Yo, I swear ADCs love split pushing. This is insane. Okay, you can go ahead and go bot. And grab that tower, too. Yep. I think the game's just kind of a cluster from here on out. But, like, it's more of the same. Be at objectives. Look to not one-bang the set. Look to actually one-shot the squishies. That's pretty much the game. Okay. So, just to kind of sum this up, because I know this was kind of a lot. To sum this up, right? Play off your first strike more often. Okay? The second thing, pay attention to the fact if I can 2v2, if I can 3v3 with whoever you're trying to do that with pre-15. So during laning phase. Can I 2v2 with my jungler? Can we 3v3 top with my jungler and my top laner? If it's a no, if like maybe Renekton's 5-0 and you're trying to go up there to help a 3v3, bro, it's not happening. Let them die. Continue to do you because it's not working. The third thing would be pay attention to unique passives. If an item has a unique passive, don't buy multiple of them. The fourth thing is, should have wrote it down. The fourth thing is only look to one-shot the squishy champions. You're playing an assassin, that's what you do. One-shot the squishy champions. Then ult out. Sometimes you don't even have to ult out. You can just one-shot him and walk away because he's so fast. But if you got to ult out. And then, you know, obviously re-engage when you can. I think that's pretty much it. Oh, then the fifth thing, always just kind of be there for objectives. You know, you should be there for every single Dragon, Rift Herald, Baron, if you want to carry. Some junglers don't know how to actually call objectives, so if you just do it yourself, they'll come along with you. You get free objectives that way, okay? So that's what's going on here. The things that will probably jetpack you out of Iron like no other is playing for objectives and focusing on squishies. I promise you that would help you a ton. Objectives, focus on squishies. If you're playing a different champion, because I know you're playing some Tryndamere, a little different. Playing Nasus, a little different. But for the most part, yeah, it's kind of a juggle act. You know, does my team need me on Dragon? No, then let me go push mid or something like that. But usually you want to fight for those objectives. If you can't impact anything, you need to start farming and, you know, let whatever go. But that's pretty much it. That was a pretty in-depth video or an in-depth game. But anywho, hope you enjoyed it. Again, thank you guys for watching. Much appreciated. You know what I always say? Thank you for doing what? Coaching this like a coach. Remember, if you guys would like coaching, coachbucket.com is where you want to go. If it's your first time ever being coached by me, remember that you can have it's a discount for a coaching session. Your first one. If you've been coached by me before, it's not going to work. But your first session with me will be $15 instead of the usual price. So keep that in mind if you do happen to want to book. But thank you guys for watching. Peace, late.